Tim Hetherington and Chris Hondros's photographs not only told the story of civilians caught in conflict, they changed the course of history.
Chris and I
Michael Camber, a photojournalist himself, was in Liberia at the time.
Really, until the journalists showed up, nobody was even trying to stop that war. I mean, there were two successive civil wars in Liberia, pretty much back to back, and they went on for 15 years or something. There were no major initiatives taken until the photographers really showed the world what was happening.
Camber and Hondros were in the capital, Monrovia, with former President Charles Taylor's government forces, while Hetherington was embedded outside with the LURD rebels.
I mean, this photo is the evidence that it was really happening. And
some of his images contradicted the rebels' narrative, proving it was they, not the government, who were shelling innocent civilians.
You know, these are the empty casings from the mortar shells that they're launching, killing civilians. I mean, you've got all the evidence that you need right here.
Hetherington and Hondros's images from Liberia ultimately ended up here in New York. In September 2003, the UN Security Council approved sending a 16,000-strong peacekeeping mission to the country.
Powerful images that show what's happening, so it's not just an abstract concept, but you see people make a huge difference in trying to mobilize support. And I think their work played a very important role in doing just that.
The exhibition documents the UN disarmament that followed, the beginning of reconciliation, and the eventual election in 2005 of President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
It's not just an exhibition about the conflict, about the Liberian war. It's about, you know, the dynamic of violence and the need for nonviolence, really, and the futility of these types of wars.
Tim Hetherington and Chris Hondros were killed in Libya in 2011. Their legacy is the impact of their images and the effect they had on the future of Liberia. Nick Harper, CGTN, New York.